It starts now. 3, 2, 1.
Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us?
Putting a dip in your hip, a glide in your stride. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe, with shows throughout the week. Everything you want, everything you could need. From the paranormal to the supernatural, from the spiritual to the unknown, from emotions to comedy. You can find us at Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and so much more. This is R.I.F.T Nation Network, the RNN. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
Good evening, travelers. Hello, how you doing? Yes, yes. And now, live from the cabin on 360, it's the Orion Effect with your host of the mostest at the time, your quintessential cosmic surfer himself, me. And, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, our special host, and welcome to the R.I.F.T Network. Kim Sage is in the house. Look at that.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Holy crap, I'm white. You see that? Oh, God. What's up, lady? How are you?
Oh, I'm tired. Like most of us from this weekend.
Holy mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, very tired.
A good tired.
Yeah, it is a good tired. A good tired. What we're going to talk about, what this is about. First off, we want to say, prayers to Rhonda. She cannot be on the show with us tonight, but this wonderful woman has stepped up, said, my turn. Yes, let's sparkle a little bit. Let's shine the moon. Yeah, we're going to have fun tonight. Rhonda had some personal issues she had to take care of, and Kim decided to jump on and said, hey, I can do it. I'm like, really? Oh.
Yeah, help y'all out. Yeah, she needs some prayers being sent for her fur baby.
Absolutely. And we get some video time for you. Get you in there. So now we're going to talk about recapping this past weekend, which we all attended the 2023 Virginia Bigfoot Convention and Warriors Cave. And we both, all four of us, but we both had adventures. I think we could share a little bit. We're going to get you giggling a little bit. I know I will, because I'm tired too.
Yeah, we're a little delirious.
Good word. Just heard Prince in my ear. Wait, are you Gen X? Yes, I am. But we had a great experience both at the event, and we had experiences outside the event. But Kim, before we go into that, have you heard?
What?
The aliens have landed.
They have.
Yeah. Okay, so this is one of the top.
Please fill me in.
Yeah, this is the top story. So my brother is a part of MUFON, and we all know, and my brother is just there. By the way, if you are in chat, I want to say hello to everybody in just a second when I get the story in. But I want to get the story in, and then I'm going to acknowledge everyone. Yeah, I know I'm a little hyper. Thank God. Ken called me, and he's like, have you heard? I'm like, heard what? He goes, dude, the news reports are that a alien aircraft, alien spacecraft, alien craft, whatever your word is to choose out there, landed in Las Vegas in the last couple of days. It's all over the news, especially social media news. And a police officer actually caught this entity on video. And the entity is supposed to be 8 feet, 7 to 8 feet tall. And it looks like a gray 8-foot alien. So it looks like a gray. Now, Kim, have you seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
I have not, but one of my family members has.
Okay. All right. Well, wait. We're talking about the movie. Is that what?
Oh,
Oh,
I you mean for real?
no, I feel you. No, I'm with you. So a family, you've had a family member that's had a third encounter.
Mhm.
Oh, very cool. Well, Kenny and I, we have questions out there. We have a lot of friends. This weekend we're going to talk about that a little bit. But no, the movie. Have you seen the movie?
I'm pretty sure I have, but it's been quite a while.
Okay. Well, the movie was actually, watched over by the gentleman who was ahead of the Blue Book, which is the Air Force's documentation for unusual things, you guys. Don't worry, I'm going to acknowledge you all in just a second. But in the movie, at the end, there was a 10-foot tall gray that steps out. Kind of looked like a spider. It had really long arms, and they were all peaceful. What some people may not know is the Close Encounters of the Third Kind was based on his information, his experiences. So what do you think, Kim? Could this be real, or is this another hoax, or is this a provocation? If this is real, what's your thought on it?
I feel like it could be real. I mean, why not? I've experienced things just working with spirit that there's no explanation.
Yeah,
So I feel like it could happen.
I'm with you. Just with my family background, and now I'm starting. Even this week, there was a little bit more that came to my mind, as you would say, spirit says. But I'm taking the 3 or 4 notebooks that my dad had of his chronicles and just trying to read through it and understand his experiences. And I'm going, wow, what does this mean for our society if this is legit? This is why I wanted to start this conversation. We jump into the weekend, but I wanted to hit it like that so people get knocked out. I mean, could it affect economically? What about medicine? How is that going to change our thought process? What about our own insight? Is it going to change religion? I mean, these are things that maybe a lot of people should start looking at because there's no reason to panic, in my opinion, but it's first contact.
Yeah, I don't feel so either.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've always thought, like, why are we the only planet that has life on it? I don't think so. So anything's possible.
Endless amount of possibilities. Yes. So, I completely agree with you. Anything's possible. Could it change our economic status? Sure, it could. That means we'll force into a universal type currency, maybe. Could this be a hoax to push us in a direction? Could be. We all know that Australia and several other countries leaked out, or it was leaked out, that they wanted to create a fake attack to try to bring the world together. Good luck. Because humans suck. But, there's a lot of changes, and I wanted to start the show out with that. What changes in your life, travelers and those alike, would it make in you if this is real? If this is a legit story, how would that affect you? How does it affect you? Think about it. Take some time about it.
John commented on it. He said, sounds like the description of the Flatwoods Monster, the UFO that crashed in Flatwoods, West Virginia, not far from the haunted Haymond House.
Good point, John. And welcome to the show, by the way. I'm getting ready to acknowledge everybody, but he's right. To me, that's what I think of too when I heard that. Now I've seen some of the public papers, if you will, from Blue Book. Some of the things have been let out, and there's a lot of this information out there that people have public access to, and I totally agree with John. So with saying that, let's get into the travelers. I want to say hello to Dwayne. Dwayne, it's been a long time. Welcome back to the show. Thank you for joining us. Mama Judy's here. Mama Judy in the house. What? Ryan C. Jones from the Vibe and Freaking Awesome Show. He's here. Of course, my brother's in the house. Hello. Hang tough, y'all. I feel you. Tyler Darnell. He paired up. He's got, oh my God, Kim, I'm your biggest fan. Oh, he's so sweet, isn't he? Miss Cindra's in the house. Hey, Cindra, how are you? Of course, John Sullivan. Look, off PRI and the Boo Crew in the house. Tyler says, I'm going to name my firstborn child after you, Kim. Wow, he's going from a fan to a stalker.
It's so creepy.
Kenny says, oops, can worms open? Told you we in sync.
Can of worms opened.
You can understand him?
Yes.
He's speaking in dialect of Odell, and you understand it. I am so sorry.
Great minds think alike.
John Stevens is on. Good evening, John. How are you? Welcome to the Orion Effect, and welcome to this one with Kim Sage in the house. John saying same description of the creatures, both locations, and he's exactly right, Kim. The description that we know of, John's right. He's 100% right on that one.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, check that out. I'm going to post one more time the link in case anyone's on Facebook and we cannot see your names right now. All Brew Crew and everybody else, I can see their names, but we want to make sure you can. So if we say we don't know who you are, click that little link that says chat.restream.io. That allows your permission to give Facebook to let us see your name. Mama Judy says, could it be Mothman? Interesting. Anything is possibility.
Or, like, with that being said, a type of cryptid, because Mothman's considered a cryptid,
Exactly,
right?
yeah. It's a cryptid. And bringing that up, look how many cases of unusual activities happened just within the last year. You know, we're not even going to go all the way to 2019 where the killer hornet from Doom came, and I'm seeing pictures of the flying spider again. I'm like, I knew it. I told you guys. Told you they were going to try it. Diversionary tactics. But look what we have seen, and people are seeing now. Is it because people are waking up? Is it their filter? Maybe they're wanting to see what's going on now? Yeah. Yeah, Kenny's like, brah. Oh, here we go. Tyler. Oh my God, Kim. I'm your biggest fan. Yep, it has begun. I think Tyler and Ken are planning to totally disrupt us. That's the whole point. Bring it on.
We're all family.
Right. That's what we do. I'm going to name him. He's doing it again. Dude, we saw. Love you, brother. But I mean, told you this is going to be fun. The thing is it really doesn't matter what the possibility is. But now the world is giving an opportunity to really think. Could they be doing this to open things up to go, hey, we're sorry. We're telling the truth. There really are aliens. All right, cool. So what? I'm still here. I haven't been eaten. I haven't heard anything. Now, I've heard the stories about, down in Arizona and Texas and Mexico, they have this facility and they trade humans for intelligence and for tech and stuff like that. I don't know. We've been here for thousands of years, billions of years, and the human race is still here. If we're a farmyard, then daggone it, Bring us some food. And don't bring us none of that fake food either. Oh, I saw this thing today. Freeze dry. No, okay, squashing. I'm getting ready to it. Calm down, Ken. It's getting there. I saw today on one of those reels a woman who says she's created the vegan water. I didn't.
What does that mean?
I didn't know that water had meat in it, to be honest with you, but okay.
Or dairy.
Right. She takes tofu blocks, puts them in the freezer, comes back, drops them after they're frozen, and then she goes, but if you want to add a test, you could take some lemon or some cinnamon. And Kenny just went, what? Yeah, exactly. Takes some cinnamon, and she mixes it in with the tofu, freezes it, cuts it in little blocks, and puts it in a water. And she calls this the vegan water. Then she'll take a lemon. She goes, oh, and just for your added taste, she puts it on the side of the glass. This is a real vegan water.
That's one of those, whatever floats your boat.
This makes me go. I told you guys, I'm mixing it up and I want some funny to break it all seriousness. And that just intrigued me. I thought that was hilarious. So now everybody's patient going, okay, now let's get to it. Let's get to it, shall we?
Let's get to the Sasquatching.
Right, let's get to squashing. So, of course, everybody knows. If you don't, then you need, I don't know where you've been. We all went to Wayer's Cave Friday and Saturday night. My team member, Britt, came with me to help me out with the Rift Nation booth. And Kim and Rhonda came down to take care of Sacred Root, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And y'all got down there way before us, right?
Yes, we came in Friday afternoon.
So how was your adventure there?
Where do I start?
I don't know. I'll follow up behind you. We do too, Tyler.
Well, we did a Airbnb, a little farm Airbnb that was only a few miles from the community center, which was it was amazing. We got there first, kind of walked around, dropped off our stuff, and then I was like, well, let's go ahead and go to the community center and go ahead and set up. So then the rest of the evening we can relax. So put it in the GPS to go, following it along. It takes us, we come out to the main street, go left, we keep going. And I'm like, Rhonda, something's going on here. I'm like, I'm taking us in the opposite direction. So we go along, and then all of a sudden you see the GPS say, make a U-turn and look to our right, cemetery in the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, are you for real right now? Or we're making it. So I went ahead, found somewhere to turn around, and I was like, let me make whoever jumped in the car with us happy and go into the cemetery. So we got the tour of one of the local community cemeteries. So I call those hitchhikers.
Yeah.
Or wherever we may picked up that spirit from the home, the Airbnb, or somewhere along the way. But yeah, GPS, because they can manipulate electricity and electronics, had us going to the cemetery. But so once we did that, GPS worked again and took us to the community center. So that's how our day began with our adventure.
So you pre-set up y'all's table, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, we didn't get a chance to do that. I had to work, so I wasn't going to leave work until 11:30 p.m. So I had already contacted Brett. I said, yo, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah, it makes for a long night. Yes. Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm going to follow this up with you.
Yeah. We were able to set up, which was nice, because then we didn't have to come in so early on Saturday morning. And then when we left there, we found an awesome little restaurant in the next town over, which is, I believe, Grottos. It's where they have caverns there too. But anyway, we found an awesome little restaurant called Little Gus's. pulled in, and they had outdoor seating. They were setting up for live music. So the rest of the evening, we were able to just to sit back, laugh, and enjoy the music with the locals.
Nice.
So
Now, see,
pretty awesome start to our
right?
weekend.
Now that tips in. And Jonathan, good evening, sir. Good to see you again. Welcome back. Welcome back, another traveler. While you were doing that, I had everything up. Found out that Friday the monitor crashed, so we couldn't get the
Yeah.
digital promo up. So I'm like, okay, we're scraggling, trying to put things together. Get out, get her. We may have a monitor. Great. We get to rolling. And for anybody that might have seen, we hit crazy moments. We were being goofy as hell. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. We're blasting funk and everything and doing lives, trying to keep ourselves alive. And we finally get there, and it is chilly. It's cold. It's June, people. Why is it cold?
Crazy,
Yeah.
isn't it? I'm trying not to complain though, because it's nice at the same
It
time.
is nice because we have the warm days and cold nights. I like that, but I'm not used to it in the
Yeah.
summertime. Heffernan, hello,
Yeah.
hello, welcome to the show. And I'm going, what is this about? So we get out, we pitch our tents behind the community center. We're struggling, we're moving. Pull out my original tent, and all of the stretch bands were broken. So we had to take extra. Hers went up. Boom. She's like, I'm tired. I'm like, all right, we'll crash. I'm putting mine up. I'm going, are you serious? So I'm spending time going, click, slide. 30 minutes later, I finally get into the tent. She's good over there. I'm good here. And then one single bird all over the place, and it wouldn't shut up. I'm laying there. I'm like, to me, it's not that big a deal. It was driving Britt absolutely bonkers. She started yelling,
Gosh.
"Shut up!" The whole. I'm like, Britt, you're gonna
To the bird.
Yeah, it's a bird, and you're gonna give yourself a stroke. I can't. Okay, finally, I am so exhausted. I can't handle it anymore. So evidently, I do pass out for at least an hour. Britt, nope.
Oh
Nope.
gosh.
It wasn't until like the very moment we were supposed to get up. I guess I think she actually got like it's from 5:15 till 6.
Oh gosh.
I got up at 6. Not true. My phone said 6, but I had a demon cow in the yard, in the hill, up on the hill away from me that sounded like a damn Sasquatch. I was like, what in the hell was that? I was like, what? So I pop up. I'm like, well, here's squashy. No pun intended. I get out. The sun is rising, and I'm chuckling to myself. Britt's telling me to shut the F up. The whole nine. So I look over and I see the biggest cow I've ever seen in my life on the other hill. And I can see it clear as day. And I'm like, what in for God's sakes is that? It's called a bull cow. Holy mother. Yeah,
Oh.
it's the male version of cows. I'm going to read what he said in just a second. And I'm like, oh, man. So with that started air morning. And then, once we got ourselves all together, hey, what's up, Keith? Keith is in the house. Jason! Oh, boys in the house.
My hubby's in the house.
So I'm like, wow, this is a hell of a start to this day. And we didn't even see y'all yet. We go inside, and let me read this. Pause. Tyler, John and I were setting up for the Fairy Festival, and then we had a public investigation. We were really considering coming to see everyone real quick and then going back. You guys have done that before. You should have. It was really a fun time, in my opinion. So let me kick back, start. So I was with Daniel, and we were trying to figure out how we want to do this. We're going to take two booths. We're set up beside each other. That's what he wanted originally. So it came around. So it'd be Daniel, me, Turtle Man, and then everybody else, right? Us. But then I had this brilliant idea. I was like, why are we doing that? Why don't we just take your booth and my booth and let's just merge it together? We're your sponsors, we're your promoters. I was like, you can have this one table, I'll take a side table. And he's like, do you really want to do that? I'm like, dude, I got you covered. You handle your event, I'll handle the booth. Score. And props to Britt because she handled his money and she handled helping me put up because she's used to doing it for paranormal events for the team back in the day. So we put that thing up in the right amount of time. Right at 9:00, we were good to go. And I was like, damn, I got to get dressed. I'm still in my civvies and everything. And I'm looking around, I see everybody. I'm like, I can't talk to anybody. So I have to rush into the bathroom, get changed up. Hey, heading home, but shared list. Oh, cool. Thanks, Keith. I finally get dressed and come back out. And then I'm going taking pictures. And everybody, that whole, I'm an unusual person because I was not wearing this.
Who's that?
Right, right. I'm wearing the event garb, which if you don't know, if you saw pictures, the event garb is all white. So it's not the traditional one. It's the second top hat, which doesn't fit me quite properly, and I've got to adjust that thing because that thing will go flip, 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 blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, even the gentleman from WRGH came and said, your ears are turning purple because it was like pushed down and my ears were flopping out. I looked like damn Dumbo. And I was like, this hurts so much that I had to have my sunglasses on to have it tilted. So I'm like, I got it. We're good. These are the problems when you have a persona. And I'm like, dress attire. So actually got in there and everything was moving. Everything started going with the flow. I'm going to tell you, you and I went last year. And I don't know what you remember, but man, what was the I'm going to post that real quick that way because
we went to the one last October. The one that was the other one. Yeah.
I'm not a stranger. I'm a flat out weirdo. Flat out weirdo. Do me a favor. Hit where it says chat.restream.io. That's giving Restream permission to use your name through Facebook because we can't see your name. But hello.
We can't see. Yeah. And we're all weirdos. So you're welcome.
We're all travelers. We all special. So, but I don't know about you, but he said even at that, the attendance was amazing, was it not? Oh, you talking?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was a lot. Side note, I want to back up a little bit and share with you something that I found out with going to paranormal investigations. Get some earplugs. Get earplugs for when you go to bed. Yeah. It works amazing.
Okay.
Future tip.
Stranger danger. You're right. For those who are clear audio.
Clear audience.
I got it out.
Well, and being in different place, it's weird. It's, trying to go to sleep and you're hearing different sounds and stuff. I just found that, and especially being a medium when I'm in the paranormal parts. Yep, I put the earplugs in and I'm out. So wanted to share that little tip with you for future reference.
And you know what?
But yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because I'm going to tell you why. Keep going.
Yeah. Okay. But the attendance was great. And I love that he put the vendors inside the community center. Because we went to the one in October, it was the vendors outside and then the speakers were in the community center. Yeah. So I liked how he changed it up this time. So it was nice, but the attendance was amazing. And I mean, it was pretty constant all day. It definitely came in waves too.
It did come in waves. And you know what? I'm going to give props. And I want to say thank you to John for saying that. John Stevens just said was the best Virginia Bigfoot conference yet. Oh, so let me speak on that real quick. Myself and Daniel, we're talking throughout the event. We're going to be working very closely together from here on out. Hopefully we're about. Hey, what's up, Shayla?
Shayla.
So what we saw Saturday is merely the beginning of where it's going to go. With Daniel hooking up with Haunted Nights, with him coming to us, with all of us working together, this event was good and bad. Now I'm speaking on the network side too. Having two tables, having you and Rhonda on one side and having us another, that was great. And now with getting you in the family, we're going to get you over there. We'll keep you going, keep you motivated, and get you seen. And we have that booth. Okay. So we have two Rift already. We're solidly in. As always, Twisted look amazing.
Yeah.
We did find some things, and we all did talk a little bit. Now, one of the things that I had to go to Kim, yes, I had to go to her. Look, we're doing the whole Brady family. Well, what I had to do, you like that? Here's a story about a radio nation. So we didn't have signal. We had like one or two bars of 4. So I thought we had more. No. So we had to calculate that. We saw those issues. So I had to go to Kim, and Kim offered it the second half of the event. She got us a jetpack, and I was like, score, thank you, which gave us enough juice to get it out there and to get the other camera up. Lesson learned. Okay. So we know some of the things we have to change for this event and any other events that we have. The U-Link comes up as Susan because that's okay. It's going to come up. It should not be coming up as Susan, but if it's coming up as Susan, it's because Susan is the network promoter, so or podcast manager. So that's okay. You still click that link, and you're allowing us to see your name. So that's telling me that's Renee. So we learned a lot of different things with just the network itself. And I think on the second half, we had a camera behind you. And I know Ron is like, is it sound on? Is the sound on? I'm like, no.
Look, I was getting a little paranoid because I was in the middle of a reading and some pretty private things we were talking about. All of a sudden, I hear voices behind my head. And I look up and I see the camera and I'm thinking, oh my God, if Howie has the sound going right now when there's a camera going while I'm doing a reading, I'm going to. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I'm not even going to let my client know. Like, I'm not even going to make him aware there's a camera there. So, but it ended up being all good. But I was worried there for a little bit.
I thought about it. Once I got over to the broadcast booth, even when you heard it from the broadcast station here, you can hear it was just you couldn't hear anything.
It was awesome. Yeah. I went back and listened.
So I was like, I got an idea.
I was like, thank God for the background talk, for all the chatter and stuff.
So I was like, I learned another lesson. We want to make sure that all audio on any of the outskirt cameras are shut off. So it's giving, the full, you just want the experience. Those cameras are just for your experience, not to hear anything. I think that was great. I think that we learned something with that too. Working with Daniel and working with his amazing staff, props to everybody, even JJ Bigfoot, props to everybody, even Evil Foot. Oh, how did he do it? Holy crap. Did you see him?
Which one was that? No. The one, was it the one on that board that was like riding through? That cracked me up.
I was like, dude.
Yeah. I looked up and just saw him flying through.
And he had the Evil Knievel suit on. It was hilarious. Those are the things I think that's what he's going to need to work on. And when I mean work on, utilize, because that's a perfect marketing. That's getting people involved. People who are really into crypto, they draw that. They wanted pictures. That was awesome. Big mark for them.
Yeah, crowd pleasers. Crowd pleasers. And they love Turtle Man. Turtle Man, he all day, he had a line. And all day we were all going, it's like I'm going to hear that in my sleep.
Oh, I got her.
But but it was all
It
in
was.
fun.
It really was fun. But you know what? That man drew a crowd. You know, bar
Yeah,
none.
he did.
And all the wonderful, let's see, live action. Exactly.
Live
Yeah.
action.
Well, I'm going to talk about that in a second because while we're on, we'll get everybody's opinion because something else I learned. You know, we can do, if an event wants us to do coverage, it's great to do the coverage, but in long periods of time, probably the broadcast camera should be shut off because you're not knowing when the broadcast is going to happen. You're seeing the coverage of all the cameras. That's what the point is. You want to
Mhm.
see the people, you want to see who's out there, get Turtle Man seen, get your high profile vendors, which all the vendors were high profile. Let me say that. Well done on the vendors too. You want to get them all seen. That's what we do. That's why we are broadcast coverage and we are learning and we're expanding. So that was the fun part of that. But did it go on too long? You know, that's something Britt and I talked about. Something else. I'm like, the coverage was good, but what did it serve?
The event
No,
time wise
the
or
actual
coverage time
live
wise?
footage that was going on. You
Gotcha,
know, we didn't
yeah.
have, we thought we had an interview list set up. We're going to work on that. That was something else that was last minute that we didn't get to that we got to focus on because that's going to draw the people watching. You know, it's the people, and
Mhm.
we didn't have the interviewers because everybody was too busy. You know, nobody can sign in, and
Yeah.
I'm like, man, we could have done so. Kenny says the skateboard squash, yeah, boy. He said, awesome.
Yes.
And that was on the live feed. You got to see him there. John says Turtle Man is a great guy and nonstop. Oh, yeah. The
Yeah.
man was like,
He never sat down. He never sat down the whole time, the whole
no,
day. I never saw him take lunch
no,
or take a break.
nope, not at all. I didn't either.
So he's definitely there for his fans.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to hand it over to you. What do you think about the vendors that were out there since, you were a vendor, of course? You were
Yeah.
there?
It was great. Yeah, it was great. It was a wide variety of vendors too. Lots of arts and crafts, which I love seeing. I love seeing when people are able to share their the things that they make and their visions. But everybody was super nice. Um, I did get being a medium and where we were, sometimes it's, you get kind of weird looks. So during the day, I did get a chuckle of seeing people go by and look and see. My favorite thing was they'd come up and say, so what's going on here? Like, what's going on? What are you doing? Or you see them kind of look and do the double take and keep going. But, it's just, you got to laugh about it. But we talked with some amazing people that came by, and they'd come by and start chatting, and they'd be there about like 20
Mhm.
minutes. So everybody was super nice and engaging.
No, I was just getting ready to say that's the other thing that I
So
wanted to say, and I see Kenny's getting on you about the book again. And then Tyler's got a good point. He says, "Did you see
my
Kim's
book.
Sasquatch magnets? They kicked ass. I thought they were cool."
I know, but nobody. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know. It's like people saw the medium stuff and they were like, "Well, I'm not looking again." So they didn't see the things that I
Yeah,
had, but I told Rhonda, I was like, if they don't sell, then everybody knows what they're getting for
but
Christmas
you
this
know
year.
what? That's something else. Okay, I'm going to take a little experience from my parents, from doing the arts and crafts, from doing the antiques. You need to put them away and hold on to them and
Yeah,
maybe make more and
yeah,
separate, your ghost from your cryptid. I guarantee you that they'll sell.
yeah,
We just need to get like a
yeah.
backboard or something so people see. That's the other thing I did notice. A lot of people didn't have prices on their items.
Oh, I had
Oh
prices on
yeah,
mine.
but
Oh yeah, because I don't like it. I don't like going to events and having to ask how much
I know
something
it's a
is.
part of
I'd
drawing
rather
in.
just the price
Yeah,
be
I'd
there.
have the price there, but it
Yeah,
is a point of drawing in. You want to interact, and that's a good point too that we learned. And I'm glad that I implied this. But that's a very good point. You the pricing. As long as you have the pricing and you see it, you're being interactive, you're talking. Everybody was talking to everybody. Now, with saying that, let me go over here to Mr. Stevens real quick and say, I thought vendors were really good too. Good mix of vendors, and I bought a few things from several. There you go. Exactly. I mean, I think that was the
Yeah.
general opinion.
Yeah, and I have to say, John ended up being my reading magnet towards towards later in the day. He'd come and hang out and sit in my chair that I did the readings in, and every time he'd sit down and chill and start talking, somebody would come up wanting a reading.
Yeah.
So,
oh, speaking of the man, the myth, the legend, ladies and gentlemen, the man of the hour, the man of ECBRO is in the house and chat, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Benoit is here. I loved having you guys. I'm reading this. I loved having you guys with us at the event. You know, Daniel, we were hoping we're going to expand this. Hopefully, we learned and grew together. So hopefully, you'll want us to come back. But Daniel, we were really talking about all of this, and it was really an amazing event. I'm currently at the ATM. Yeah, boy. But you know, I don't mean to, but I'm going to continue. That's one of the things I noticed too is everybody was talking to everybody.
mhm.
It doesn't matter. You know, I had teenagers looking at me go, I'm like, you're laughing, but you're going to find an experience. You're going to find yourself in you. This
Yeah,
is
and
me.
I had a lot of kids coming and kind of looking at things, and they all got FPRI bracelets. So a lot of kids were walking around with FPRI bracelets. Like this one little girl came by, and I had like some stuff on the edge that were free, like crystals and sage, and she was putting it in her little bag and walking around. So it was very like, kids to adults. It was
Yeah.
everybody seemed to be enjoying themselves.
Now, I will add this. While I was smooging and Daniel was smooging, Britt really held up the booth. Now, she has the cryptid and the paranormal both. And that was a big draw for her. I mean, the people were just coming out of nowhere talking with her. And she was like, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
She's like, and when we left, she's like, did that really happen? I'm like, yes.
Yes.
You smooched. And I was like, you did a
Yeah.
great job at it. I was like, you talked, you got informed because she loves the cryptic part. She's the one that found the print at Crabtree Falls. And she got really into it. She loved it. She got tired at the end because, but but you know what? That to me, what I'm saying is everybody got involved.
Mhm.
Vendors, helpers, support staff, everybody was communicative. And I think that is awesome.
Yeah.
That
Yeah. Because
shows
for me, at least for me, even if I go to an event and even if I don't do a lot of sales, to me, it's about connecting with the people and
Yeah.
talking with the people that come by and just meeting genuine people of like mind. Or having people start to talk about things, their experiences that they've never really talked about. That's really cool too.
And that's a good point because you had everything there. Even though it was
Mhm.
primary cryptic, we had paranormal teams. We had people both encrypted and paranormal, art, crafts, spiritualist, food, authors, and authors of sci-fi. I mean, look at Mike right
Yeah.
beside us. The orb. I was like, dude, I'm not touching your orb. But they were all so inviting.
Yeah.
So props to Daniel for bringing these vendors in because he had the right people. My opinion on that. Even was it Tommy from New York? I think it was New York that was at the corner from y'all. He had the jerky. He was
Yeah.
awesome. Oh,
Yeah.
that man, his attitude was like sparkly,
Yeah.
awesome,
Yeah.
So let me read this from Dwayne. Pro tip: always price your items double what you're willing to get rid of them for. People will think they're getting a screaming deal and may buy. Oh,
Double it. Yeah.
absolutely.
Double
Yeah.
it and then sell it for half. Well, a lot of
Yeah.
people don't realize when you do craft, like when you make stuff by hand, it takes a while.
It
So,
does. Yeah.
there's that juggle of pricing it right without.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
just
something
over-
we'll talk about off the air because yesterday gave me a brain blast to support
Okay.
you. And we can, it's that whole, oh, how can we make this work? I got an idea. All right. But yeah, you're right. Kenny's, I can't think Kenny's going to start stalking you now. I'm going to buy your book, Kim. I just remember that you didn't buy a book yet, damn it. Okay.
I don't have the book. It's up
Yeah,
here.
I know we got to get a. I think it's, hopefully, I think he's saying write it. I know I think he really thinks you wrote a book. I'm like, no, she hadn't written one yet.
It's
You
on my
need to-
to-do list.
That spirit's talking to you, girlfriend. Daniel says, I really want you to come back. I was exhausted today and I slept most of the day. Dude, we're definitely coming back. You need us when you want us. We'll have it. You want us to cover? We got you coverage. I learned so many lessons. Kim was there and Rhonda there helping us out, backing us up. Dude, we learned some really great things about what we need to do. So don't worry. Next time it's bigger and better. And we're going to keep on making it bigger and better. John Sullivan says yes. John Sullivan, sounds like a fun time. It was a blast.
I know. They were missed.
And then Dwayne came back, and I think he said the same thing. Yeah, he said the same thing. I got you covered, Dwayne. Don't worry. Tyler says, John Sullivan, we need to get you paranormal pizza going and take it into Bigfoot Convention. Only if you plan to get it for us. Okay? Because
a lot of people that came by, and because I had the FPRI stuff out as well, they were excited to see more paranormal teams.
Yeah.
So next year, if
Daniel, you heard me.
Spread the word a little bit about having more paranormal and cryptic and
whatever direction he plans to go with him and Haunted Nights, I'm gonna be right there with them and whatever they need. But I think he's seen it. I think they've all seen it. I think you're about to see a big change with ECBRO's convention. I am excited.
Yeah, and people were coming from everywhere. It was amazing to see people traveling hours just for the day trip to go.
Exactly. And here's another one right here. Dwayne says, thank you for letting me into the Bigfoot convention that I was not able to attend. So there you go. There is some purpose behind the coverage. It'll change the next time, but for the better. For the better. You won't see me all the time. More of the convention, less of the Hitman and the broadcast. Never sell out for less than you feel it's worth. Amen to that one. John Sullivan replying to Tyler. Tyler Darnell, yes, we do. Well, good. Y'all bringing us paranormal pizza. We'll take it. Score. Kenny's like, I should have gone too. Show I need help. Dude, I told you, don't even start.
Yeah, next year we can just get a big old Airbnb and everybody chip in.
Oh no.
Do it right.
No. We're getting about 10 minutes. I'm gonna get that in. We went squat.
I'm reading your mind.
Mama Judy says, Mama will be there next time. Sweet. Yeah. Mama Judy in the house. Ronnie, we were double booked ourselves and we would have been there. I totally understand. We got it. Daniel hits back up. Yeah, me and the Twisted Realm are already been and talked about what we're doing next year. Next year will be a 2-day event as well. Yes.
All right.
Bam.
That's
what I'm talking. And then David. Hey, David. Good to see you, brother.
That's my brother.
He's saying filling a void that is missing and needed.
Missing and needed.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it again because I am like Mr. Ball Around. I'm turning the hat just for that. Yes, that's right. I have a saying, and this is why and how it motivated me to create this network. It's a Disney movie, but sometimes your messages come from the most unusual places. See a need, fill a need. We're filling a need. That's what some of this broadcast media is doing. We're not only giving shows, but we're now going to offer coverage for other events. We are going to be that social media corporation. That's why we're doing it. I saw a need. I'm filling your needs. Whoop, whoop. shouldn't have done that. Kenny says, "Hey, when is Port Royal event? We will talk about that off air." Yeah. So we had an amazing day. We had a great, and that's the other thing. When it ended, it was clockwork. Everybody was like, chick, 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 chick. There was no clutter. Everybody helped each other. Everybody helped
Yeah.
each other. They cleaned up. They helped Daniel and his staff. And mad props to his staff. Once again, Kimberly and all of them were just on target. And it was just, they made it worth us being there. Just that alone. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. So we got 10 minutes left. Let's talk about the end part, shall we? Here's the other fun part. I got to fix them up, y'all, before they get all tangled up on me. There's a reason we're going to talk about this. Daniel says, yes, great teamwork all around. Yes, it was. Dwayne, another tip for you, always have some free things, stickers. Yep, I heard about the swag.
I did that.
Yep, we heard about the swag, and we heard, Dwayne, and many people heard that, and many people said it. Free.
Yeah,
So
I did that, and it actually worked out really well.
I think what we're going to aim at for any of our events too. We got coffee cups coming for the Rift. We got stickers coming, of course.
Yeah.
We did not do business cards, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you're going to take our business cards. That's me and her, the Rift Nation, and what are you going to do with it? Really? We're not your normal business. We're not a vendor. We're the social media corporation. You're going to set aside and you're going to forget about us. Hell no. I'm going to stop you at that booth. I'm going to get you to get your cell phone out. I want you to subscribe to one of the channels. That is my job, to get you guys wanting to see other things, not just that event. So you're seeing in the future, you're going to see a social media banner on a screen, and it's going to flutter through things. We have the QR code up now. Of course, let's hit it. QR. If you wish to help the Rift Nation, and I'm not asking, but if you'd like to donate to help our cause out for promotions, for travel, whatever, little QR code is right up in the corner left. Zap it. We'll accept anything, 50 cents on up. So I just want to make sure everybody knows that. The QR code is up now. But it's my job to get people involved with that. Because what we're selling our business. That's it. We're selling this. This is what we're selling. So we're not doing business cards. We're not doing it. It's for us, it's economically inefficient. But boy, are we going to change your life. Agree on the cards. See, there you go. Dwayne said, I might have to quit now. I'm giving away all my secrets. I hear you. Keith says, you can send stars as well. And thank you. Oh, there you go, Keith. Exactly. You're developing a brand. You know what? The word we said, I've talked about several times. A lot of people use this word now, narcissist, right? Kim's like, please don't do this. Yes, I am.
Of course you're going with this.
A lot of people would like to use narcissism and that word that's going around a lot. But you know what? I'm going to do it right here. I am the Willy Wonka of the paranormal. And yes, I am narcissistic because I'm not building a town. I'm now building a galaxy. Thank you, Tyler. That's the new shirt. I'm building a galaxy. And I want to build a social network for everybody. So on that, you're developing a brand. I am developing a brand. We are developing a brand. So wonderful event, wonderful beginning. What happened with y'all after you left? Oh, come on.
Nothing too exciting. I mean, we Googled restaurants near us and found a lovely little diner and a truck stop attached to a truck stop, Joe's Diner, close to Harrisonburg.
Good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good.
It's a real Joe's Diner, you guys. It's honest to God. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. And then we headed back and literally sat on the front porch of the farmhouse we were staying at and chatted. It was an early night. I was energetically tired, just drained,
Wow.
but in a good way.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, see,
So,
y'all should have
yeah.
come on over before we started squashing. We
Oh
a little
no.
bit.
No. I did readings. When I do readings during the day and engaging with everybody, I think 8:00, by 8:30, I was already in bed.
Okay, you wouldn't have made it.
No, I wouldn't have made it. Yeah,
So
not happening.
you had that. We left. We found where we were supposed to. I'm not even going to go into details about that. But we found our campground. We got our campsite. Brittany Irving, thank you, Lord, my little sister. She found us the perfect site. It was me, of course. We had two guests from North Carolina, Sam and Jimmy. Britt. Then my spiritual sisters, Elaine and Debbie, came out with my other spiritual sister, Elaine's daughter, Brittany, with her fiance Shane. And it's the first time we'd all been together since 9 years ago. We all came back
Wow,
together.
nice.
And I had, because of what was at the campground, if you could see that, that's my new pendulum, my shield, if you will, one of my shields.
Is it tiger eye? What is
It
that? I can't see
It
it.
is red tiger eye.
Tiger
It's
eye.
red tiger eye. Okay. Not to offend, and if you have this in your bloodline, this is not aimed at you. I'm aiming this at exactly the people. That's dope, Howie. Well, thank you, Tyler. Because of the people at the campsite. Now, we did camp at Slate Lick, which is a campground just on the other side of Harrisonburg, and a place called Folks Run. We were camping near gypsies. Yes. Real gypsies that were loud and obnoxious and freaking crazy. And I'm like, okay, this is going to get fun. So we're all socializing before the squash, right? Before everybody went home, and we're having a great time. We're all talking about the past, different things. And we actually talked about Dragon Lady, which is Elaine, when the first time she had Fireball, and then, when you want to talk about across the fire. Anyway, see what you miss when you don't hang out with us. We're crazy kind of. Anyway, swag, yes. So we had a great time with everybody. We made beef stew in the Dutch oven right in the middle. It took me 40 minutes. It was done. And it was a 18 maybe quart. It was about this big, this deep, full of beef stew. We all ate. We had a great time, and it was amazing. He took off. Oh, you guys need to join. Hold on. You guys need to join weekly. Week-long coupons in September, the 18th through the 24th. Oh, there you go. Tyler says, have you met Timmy? You don't know crazy. Okay. I'll ask about that later. Daniel says, sorry that was supposed to say camp out. I'm using voice text. Daniel, I feel your pain. At least it's not saying stuff that mine would say, and it's not appropriate. Wow. But yeah, dude, I will definitely touch base with you about that. Camp outs, not coupons. Sorry, that was all right. Cool. Tyler, yeah. Now this campground is a free one of the few free state-run campgrounds. There is no facilities, so before you go, oh, it's state. No potty. No potties, no bathrooms, no showers. It's straight out old school camping. So before anybody goes, oh, I'm like, no. Bring your porta potty, bitches. So I can't believe that just slid out. That was pretty funny. So they go, and we're getting ready to squash, and these people are running through the woods yelling. Literally yelling. And I'm like, I look at Jimmy, and Jimmy's like, we ain't gonna get shit now. I'm like, yeah, no. They're literally, no, it gets better. So we hear them, and they're like, we were like a half mile away. Oh no, somehow they got close to us. They're doing it. They had a truck going up and down. It went down once. I'm like, dude, this is not the people you want to be messing with. We're slightly loco. But then
Yeah.
we saw nude people.
You saw what?
Nude people. And there goes the streak. Woo! On you. I was like, okay, we have hit the unusual and strange. Completely unusual and strange. Britt, okay, it gets even better. I know we're about to run over, but you guys bear with me. I'm going to wrap it up in a second because this is all laughing. It's fun, huh? And I had a good time. Tyler says, that's how it should be, though. What?
He's talking about camping. Camping and primitive.
Just perfect timing. Daniel says, there are bathrooms in my area in the National Forest. Oh, cool. We'll have to check that one out. Overall, it is all primitive camping. Yes. Well, okay, so we see that they go back, running back to their location. Poor Brett was tortured twice, both nights by a damn bird. Hilarious. First night, it was just some bird that started tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. She couldn't go to sleep. And then last night, she was tortured by a whippoorwill. Now, yeah, if you know about whippoorwills, these little things are trying to get some booty. So they're flying tree to tree. This thing literally circled our camp all night. Whippoorwill, whippoorwill, whippoorwill. And it wouldn't be, no, seriously, it wouldn't be. It'd be. And it would just continue. And then would fly to another tree 5 minutes later. Whippoorwill, whippoorwill, whippoorwill. Constant. I'm like, well, we are definitely not getting any squash activity now.
No,
So,
not happening.
no, none. But in the long run, on the flip side, the fellowship of the whole weekend, what we all encountered, the experiences, the overall energy was amazing. You could take the good and take the bad, but the good overrides the bad because it makes it funny as hell.
Most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. And then that's what it's all about. It should be what it's all about.
Agreed. And see, that's why you needed to camp with us. We should have put you in a hammock and stretched your butt up there and be like, you're going to be safe. Your back's fine. Jason, you need to bring her. Hell, bring the camper.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You know, it really is. It was great fellowship and time well needed with everybody. So with saying that, what would be your recap of the entire weekend? What would you say about it?
Oh my gosh. From Friday up until we left today, my recap was meeting amazing people from all walks of life, literally, and being able to deliver messages from spirit, definitely to those that were meant to be, and the camaraderie, good food, good laughs. It was just an all-around amazing time. And I want to bring the rest of my para family and everybody next time.
Boo crew and family in-house now. I'm with you.
You're being called out.
That's right. We're calling your asses out, boo crew. You know, I'm going to follow up on you and say this. A lot of lessons were learned, good and bad. I think we can do a lot for ECBRO. I love the fact that people are getting more and more interested in Rift Nation. Why are we? What are we? What are we doing? I love that. I love the fact this weekend of how people were openly giving their opinions and nobody was getting offended. And it was a great conversation, no matter where you were. Mm-hmm. I like the variety of the vendors. It was almost maybe a little bit more here and there, but all in all, it was almost a perfect amount. Okay, perfect amount. And types. I agree with you on that one. I love the fact that we had choices, and there's places around the area that you could stay at. We chose to camp. So, and y'all chose an Airbnb. I love that fact that we had those options. I like the fact of watching the camaraderie work with Haunted Nights and ECBRO and how we can benefit and help the rest of the council. Again, I loved his staff, Daniel's staff. They were on target and helped as much as they could. And I think we've learned some valuable lessons about putting on. Tyler's like, another hour. I was like, no, I promised Kim an hour. I'm not breaking that. I'm already kind of breaking that a little bit, but overall, I want to say I think it was an amazing event. I look forward to working with it. I saw great things that we can do with this and take into other events and other expos to help others grow, because that's what we do. I love the fact of how they had you set up, how the setup itself was evenly dispersed. I like the fact that, if we can get more vendors outside, we get more vendors available, we can get more people outside. We talked about lectures, and from what I understand, everybody loved the lectures that went on. So overall, I give this event a 9, in my opinion. And then I'm telling you from experience of working with Selma Mansion in Norristown, Pennsylvania, working with the Pajama Factory in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, working here at the 360, working at Ferry Plantation, working at the Exchange. I give this event a 9. So let me read over it. It's great to be in a group of like-minded people. Totally agree.
Yes, amen.
Yeah. Lois, hello. You're a little late. We're about to get off. Where you been?
Lois?
Yes, she's here. She made it. Dwayne said, remember, let's keep our minds open, but not so much that our brains fall out, and not so closed that nothing can get in. Oh, that's a great statement.
Wise words.
That's right.
Yeah.
Daniel, I'm going to finish up with Daniel and saying, yeah, there is an Airbnb house rental right up around the corner, about 2 miles from the venue. It's a real nice place. It might be a great idea to find that, or like Kim said, maybe if we can find cabins or find a large B&B or B&B, make it happen. You talk with those owners, say, look, I can fill you up this weekend without problem. I can see this all really working to everyone's benefit. And I'm like, this is just makes me smile. Yeah, we had food trucks that backed up on us. Backed out on us. We had speakers that didn't show up, and we still pulled it off to be as successful as we was. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And can I say, like, Daniel, nobody would have known. Like, it never skipped a beat. So nobody really knew the things that you were dealing with on the backside.
And I think that's because of everybody. Everybody worked together, and we didn't make it a big deal.
Yeah.
There it is. We plan on making each year bigger and bigger. So stay tuned. There it is. And on that, I think that's a perfect wrap up right there. Daniel said it best. We plan on making it bigger and bigger. So stay tuned and stay tuned. Kim, thank you for joining me tonight. Oh, we're looking forward
Thank you.
We're looking forward to seeing you on the new show coming out very soon.
Thank you for having me and everyone tuning in.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you, travelers and those like. Thank you so much. Make sure to stay tuned in to tomorrow night. I do believe Keith will be coming back tomorrow night. I do believe Joni does come back on her show Tuesday night. Of course, Susan will be hitting the air. The new show start. The 24th. Love Shack is a little home place where we can get together. You like that? Don't forget. That's bad. But thank you, everyone. I hope you have a good night, and thank you for all of those you came out and was a part of the event. I am so tired I can barely read. Absolutely, Danny, and thank you. And thank you for putting on this event. Again, Kim, thank you. Thank you, travelers and everybody alike. Have a very safe weekend. Happy Father's Day. Oh, happy Father's Day. Oh, happy Father's Day. Oh, to all of you fathers and all of you mothers who step into that position. I said it because there's mothers acting like fathers. Even like there's fathers acting like mothers. You deserve to be heard, seen, and acknowledged. So, everybody, happy Father's Day. Kim, thank you again. I appreciate this.
Welcome.
Travelers, don't forget, we are travelers for what reason? We help people. We're loyal. We're conscious. Oh, did I hear that word? I did. We stick together. We're here to help each other to rise just a little bit more. Every time we can, a little bit more. So let's remember that. And always remember, may virtue be all of ours. Good night, folks.
Good night.